Okay. This is gonna be a story time. That's gonna be the most irritating story time that I've ever heard. Let's just get on with the video. Okay. So, this is about the time when I went to Sephora and Jill's right here in the room with me with your face mask. Okay, this is the story time that I went to Sephora and I really got screwed over, and Jill's listening for the first time ever, so we're gonna get his first reaction. Okay, so I went to Sephora, remember I told you, before Christmas, like a week before Christmas, because I did my Christmas shopping a week before Christmas, because who doesn't? So I went to Sephora and I bought my mother a $60 gift card, and I bought my aunt a $45 gift card. So I go into Sephora. I was hanging out with my grandma. We were having a really good grandmother-daughter day. It was really fun. And then I went into Sephora to get my gift cards before we left because I parked at JCPenney. So I bought 2 gift cards, right? And the girl at the cash register was like some like Mexican girl. She was like chunky. I didn't catch her name, and I really regret that because there's multiple girls at Sephora that look like her, and I forgot to catch her name. So like now when I go back, like I don't know what her name was or who she was because I totally forgot like an idiot. So anyway, so when I went into Sephora to buy the gift cards, this girl rang me up, right? And she gave me the first gift card, which was the $60 one. And she's like, she gave me the gift card and she said, how much do you want to put in here? And I said $60. And she said, okay, take the gift card. She gave it to me and she told me to swipe it, right? You know, like at the debit card thing, to swipe it and then swipe your debit card and, you know, put $60 or whatever. And I said, okay. So I did that. And once I swiped it, I gave it back to her so she can wrap it up in the little gift wrapping thing and put it in a bag and then wrap that up again. So I did that with the $60 and the $45 gift card. So this girl is like, you know how Sephora, it's like kind of like a small area. So like there's gift wrap and there's bags over here and the cash registers right here. So like if you have like black gift wrap right here, you're not gonna notice if you're like, what?
Look at them, don't look at me.
No, I'm just talking. Like you're not gonna notice if you you know, accidentally slide a gift card underneath a gift bag or the gift wrapping paper, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, apparently I leave Sephora, right? And this is how I know for a fact that this is what happened, because when I left Sephora, she gave me my bag. She put the gift card things, like the gift card holder, into a bag, wrapped it up really nice and neatly, and put the gift wrapping paper on top. And gave me my 2 gift bags, and I walked out. And when I walked out, I walked into the bathroom. And when I walked into the bathroom, I know for a fact that nobody grabbed my bags, because when I went into the bathroom, I'm not just going to leave my bags outside of the bathroom. I'm going to bring them inside with me and hang them on the hook, which is what I did. And after that, I grabbed my bags, and I went to wash my hands, and I put my bags right next to me, and nobody touched them. After that, who was that? Anyway, and nobody touched them. Okay, and nobody touched my bags after that. So after that, I picked up my bags when I was done in the bathroom, which I see nobody touch my bags in the bathroom, so that cannot be a possibility. And then I went home. No, I walked out of the store, the mall, with my bags in my hand, and I set my bags in the back seat where they couldn't have been touched with, and nobody else was sitting in my backseat. And I know my grandma's not going to take my Sephora gift cards out of the backseat because my grandma's not going to steal from me like that. And when I got out of the car, the bags were perfectly fine, still in the same position, and I put them underneath the Christmas tree. This was like on a Tuesday. I put them underneath the Christmas tree, right? So come Friday, the day before Christmas Eve, my dad texts me or calls me and he says, hey, can you come Christmas shopping with me in the morning, the day of Christmas? And I went with him, but normally I would do Christmas with my mom's side in the morning. So I told my mom, I was like, hey, can we just do, you know, Christmas Eve here at nighttime, Friday night, because my dad wants me to go with him, so I wouldn't be here in the morning. And she said, yeah. So we're opening gifts, right? And my mom looks into her bag. So I give her her Sephora bag because I gave her like some other gifts. And I give her her Sephora bag, and she's like, oh my God, blah, 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 so excited, right? She looks into the bag, and she's looking around, and she's like, what did you get me? And I'm like, look in the bag. Like, do you not see? And she's like, there's nothing in the bag. Oh. And I'm like, what do you mean there's nothing in the bag? And she's like, Brianna, there's nothing in this bag. Like, are you joking me? And I'm like, what do you mean? So I grabbed the bag, right? And I looked into it. There was nothing in the bag. I looked underneath in the Christmas tree because I put my aunt's bag underneath the Christmas tree too. And there was nothing inside of that bag. Tell me who could have stolen the gift cards, because my mom's not going to steal her own gift. And the only other two people that live in my house is both of my middle school, high school brothers, and they don't got nothing to do with Sephora. So where did my gift cards go? Because I'm really trying to figure that out. Jill, tell me where they could have gone.
Maybe they fell out from the car?
They did not fall out of the car, because I said when I put my bags into my car, they were in the same exact spot. They did not tip over. They did not fall over. They were in the same spot when I grabbed them and put them out. Like, nothing moved. Nobody was around me. Ain't nobody gonna steal from my own house. Like,
what about that Mexican trucking girl?
So my mom was like, you better drive back up to Sephora right now and tell them that that girl didn't give you your gift cards. And I was like, oh my gosh. It was like 8 o'clock at night. The mall closes at, no, it was like 7:30. The mall closes at 9. I drove to Sephora so fast. And I drove to Sephora. And this is during the Christmas time. This is like the day before Christmas. So the line was long, like out the freaking door. And I waited in that line for at least a good 35 minutes for them to tell me. I told the manager, I was like, can I speak to the manager? And she's like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And I said, look, I came here, I bought 2 gift cards, and I didn't get nothing in my bags. And she's like, she said, okay, and she was looking at the receipt, and the first thing she did was look at the associate number, because it's on the, the receipt, because, like who rung you up, like, right. The associate is logged into the register, so they know who rung you up. And she's like, are you, this number, blah, 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 blah. She asked the associate that was next to her, and she was like, no, that's not me. She's not here today, blah, blah, blah. So the girl wasn't there. And so she's like, okay, well, let me check the cameras. So she couldn't check the cameras. She had to call
the police and everything?
No, she had to call the people that have the cameras, like the mall security, and ask them to search up the transaction in the cameras. And in the cameras, she's telling me, she's like on the phone, blah, 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 and I'm thinking like they're gonna catch this girl stealing my stuff. No. She's on the phone with the security, and they're like, yeah, we're looking at the cameras, and it shows that the girl's putting the gift cards inside of the bags. So I told them, I said,
can I see? Like,
I said, I was like, well, can I see the cameras? Because I know for a fact I didn't get my gift cards. And they're like, well, we can't really show you the cameras because it's against our policy, blah, 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 which doesn't make any sense. Right. And, she's like,
she was probably the one who stole them.
Right. She was like, we can't show you the cameras, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, well, y'all gonna have to do something, because I'm not gonna get 2 gift cards, like, just giving you guys money for no reason. I didn't even get my gift cards. And this lady is just telling me about how she's sorry, she can't do anything, she can't give me back the gift cards, because she's like, well, what if you're lying, and we're just giving you free money, free gift cards, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I would not be sitting here in line wasting my time talking to you if I was just trying to get free gift cards. Like, I could do that any other day that it's not busy. And she was just, telling me that she couldn't do anything, blah, 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 blah. So every day since that Friday, up until like 3 days ago, so this is December, what's today's date?
January 12th.
January 12th, and Christmas was December 24th. So from December 24th until like January 10th, I have been on the phone with customer service and Sephora and the mall security, telling them and asking them over and over and over, can you check the cameras again? Can you blah, 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 blah? Because, like, when you're a cash register, you have, like, when you're at a cash register, you have so many things that are around you. So it is so easy for this girl to, like, be, like, grabbing my gift cards and putting them in a bag and grabbing paper and, like, sliding it somewhere else, or, like, dropped it on the floor and, hit it with her foot or something. Like, people are really slick, and people could do that to the point where, like, the camera above them doesn't catch that, because they just have so many things on top of them that, like, nobody else sees that. And they could just easily get away with that. And I'm so heated about it. So I called the manager of the people that check the security cameras, and she was telling me the same thing. Well, we're seeing that she put the blah 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 blah, like telling me all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm really tired of going back and forth with you guys, so I'm just gonna call Sephora's actual customer service. So I called Sephora's customer service, and they were telling me, they were like, I totally just had a brain fart. They were telling me, well, there's nothing that we can do about it because that's an in-store problem, and you're gonna have to go in there and actually talk to Sephora. And I was like, well, I already did, and they're giving me a really hard time, so you guys are gonna have to do something about it because this is your store with your employees and the people that you hire. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all people are stealing money from everybody else, and I'm not gonna let you guys get away with that. So customer service was like, well, call Sephora back and tell them if they can search up the gift card numbers in the register. So I called Sephora. Mind you, Sephora customer service told me to call the store Sephora to search up the gift card numbers. The store Sephora told me that they couldn't do that. How was customer service gonna tell me to call the store for them to do something and the store tells me that they can't do it? Like, you obviously can do it if, like, corporate's telling me that you can. So I called the store and they're like, oh, well, actually, we're not allowed to do that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what do you mean?
Right,
like, y'all are really, like, making me go in circles here. So I have to call them and tell them that they told me that they couldn't do it. And they're like, oh, well, we can't do anything, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what to tell you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, so y'all just really, like, make me go back and forth for, like, 25 hours? So this kind of, like, went on, like, every day for like a couple weeks already, and I was just getting so fed up with it. And
you wasted $110.
Yes, boy, I literally have called them over and over and over again, complaining and talking, like, ask everybody I know, like, ask my boyfriend. He was like with me, Angel was with me, like, in the car when I was talking to customer service, and they were like just really being like, oh, like they didn't care, like they were just being like super shady and stuff. Like, why are you, like, they were just telling me stuff like that. And so then I was really fed up and I searched up their corporate number, right? So tell me why I call their corporate number, like the actual Sephora corporate number that's like in their Sephora website that says corporate and a phone number right next to it. I call them and I say, hi, is this corporate? No, this is customer service. So can I get transferred to corporate? No, we're not allowed to transfer you to corporate. This is customer service. So then why do y'all have corporate next to a phone number if that's customer service? And that was like 4 different phone numbers there, and I called them all. No, this is customer service. This is customer service. This is customer service. So where does that make sense? So you're telling me that they're like set up to a point where you can't call their corporate? Like, that's so shady.
You
like,
ask them, like, what's the number?
Exactly. And they're no. I asked them what's the number, and they're like, no, we can't give you corporate's number. Blah blah blah. This is customer service. How can you not give me corporate's number? So I was so mad, like literally, like I wasn't doing it with just like one person on customer service. I was calling multiple times with different people answering the phone, and they were all telling me the same thing. So that's telling me that Sephora is like all types of corrupt, like knowing that they have like a whole bunch of bad things going on, that they don't want people calling corporate. Is that what y'all telling me, right? So it just really made me so heated, and I was having the same conversations with a whole bunch of different people. They're all telling me the same thing. They can't do nothing about it. They can't help me, blah, 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 blah. And this one dude, he answered the phone, and I was telling him, he's like, oh, well, I can't help you, blah, blah, blah. He's like, but I can give you Sephora insider points, blah, blah, blah. And in my head, I'm thinking, what am I...
They're just going to lead you to
That's
the same
like,
thing.
what, 15 points that you're going to give me, which don't give me any, like, not even one product at Sephora? So he's like, I can give you Sephora insider points, and I'm like, okay, you know what, whatever. Here's my email. I give him my, no, this boy blew me. He's like, I can give you Sephora insider points, and I'm like, okay, well, whatever, might as well do that. Might as well get something out of it, right? And he said, and I was like, yeah, okay, I guess we can do that. And he says, okay, have a nice day. Do you need my email? And I was like, do you need my email? And he's like, oh yeah, what's your email? And I told him my email, and he goes, okay, then have a nice day. And like a week later, do I get an email with beauty insider points? No. June, I was so freaking mad. I didn't get So in my head, I'm thinking, what are you doing with my email? Because I gave you my email and you didn't even send me the beauty insider points that you were supposed to. As if I'm ever gonna walk into Sephora ever again. I'm never gonna go shop at Sephora ever again. Like, we all about drugstore foundations and Ulta, because I'm never going back to Sephora ever again. So yeah, that's basically that. And then the last thing that I did was, I guess apparently there's this company. It's called eGift, and apparently they replace like lost or stolen gift cards or whatever. I don't even know what they do. I know that they deal with gift cards. And so I call eGift, which our customer service is referring me to. And it's stupid that they're referring me to eGift because it's a gift card that I bought in store. And apparently eGift is only for gift cards that you buy online. Like, why would y'all refer me to something if you know that it's not going to work with that company? Like, where does that make sense? So I call eGift and I'm telling them about my story, whatever. And he's like, oh, we do with gift cards that are only online, blah, blah, blah. Like, they legitimately told me that. And I'm just like, well, they told me that y'all could help me. So, and he's like, well, do you have at least the last 4 digits of the gift card on the receipt? And I said, yes, I do. And I told him the last four digits. And he's like, yeah, since you have those, go ahead and call Sephora so that they can look up the gift card. And I called Sephora again. And I said, I have the last 4 digits of the gift card. Can you tell me what the gift card numbers is? Like, what's, like, has anybody used it? Blah, blah, blah. We can't look up the gift card numbers. Like, Sephora's like, we can't look up the gift card numbers. Okay, so that's the second time somebody tells me to call Sephora for something that they can't do. So I really want to understand why they're sending me all around and making me do all this crap, knowing very well that they don't allow that in store, or that, like, is unnecessary. Like, just tell me, like, no. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, like, the worst experience I've ever had. So I'm really still upset about it. It's what, January 12th. And every time I think about it, I just get this pit in my stomach that makes me so upset. Like, literally, imagine going to a store and buying, like, $200 Jordans.
Well, basically.
And not getting the Jordans. Meaning you're just giving somebody your money, especially a company that already has enough money as it is. It was just the most bogus thing that has ever happened to me in my life. So I just wanted to share that with the world. See if anybody else has any similar experience. Hopefully Sephora sees this video and they can do something about it. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Bye.